Biggest 2026 what ifs in college football. What are the biggest things in college football that you're just thinking, what if that happened? What if that happened? What if this happens? Well, yeah, I've been thinking that, and that's why I decided to do this segment, because there's a lot of what ifs in college football. There's a lot of things that could happen that would make you think, wow, that could really, spice up the season a little bit. Throw some seasoning everywhere on the season. My first what if. What if Oregon finally breaks through? And you might be thinking, well, what does that mean? What if they finally break through? And I'm talking like a Big Ten title or a national championship. Like they've won the Big Ten title 2 years ago, but I'm talking, what if Oregon finally wins a national championship? What if they finally get to the national championship? Well, then everything everyone ever said about Dan Lanning would be erased. All people would be deleting tweets, delete. Unless he lost, then they'd be freaking out again. But I think, of course, they lost their offensive and defensive coordinators. But I think that Oregon, with the talent they have, I have them ranked number 3 in my way to early top 10. I think that Oregon with Dante Moore coming back and Dylan Reel at backup, not that matters, it's not going to be on the field at the same time. But I do think that Oregon is a big what if, because what if they do win a national championship? What if Oregon finally breaks through and wins a natty? The guy on the screen right there, Dan Lanning, it's Dante Moore on there now, but Dan Lanning, what if him and Dante Moore, the quarterback on the screen there, win a national championship? Well, then everyone's philosophy about Oregon, everyone's vision on Oregon, or view on Oregon, is going to change drastically, because people think at Oregon, when people look at Oregon, they think, oh, Dan Lanning, another James Franklin, can't win the big game. In the playoffs, he beat James Madison, no problem. Texas Tech, walk through. Those were easy teams. Got to play Indiana and got dominated. You're thinking in your head, another James Franklin. Here we go. Copy, paste. I'm here to tell you, I don't think so. I actually don't think so. The reason I'm saying that is because I think Dan Lanning and Oregon have a good shot to win a national championship. And I think if they even get there, everything you thought about Oregon is changed, because a lot of people have negative comments about Oregon. I think Oregon has the potential to, and if they do, people need to rethink what they think about Dan Lanning and Oregon. So that's a what if I have about Oregon. My next what if. What if Arch Manning delivers at Texas? And what I mean by deliver is Texas did not make the college football playoff in 2025. That's no shocker to you guys. That's already happened. I would say the most likely Arch Manning's final year. So this is probably it for Arch Manning in college football. What if Arch Manning delivers? What if he's good this year? And I just don't mean good. I mean what if he's really good? Because you have, Texas hasn't won a title since 2005. Think about that. 2005 is when they beat USC. They have not won a title since. They haven't sniffed a title since. So what if Texas wins a national title this year? What if Arch Manning delivers? I think, and that plays into each other, Texas winning a title and Arch Manning delivering. They have Arch Manning. They have Cam Coleman, transfer from Auburn, sorry. And they have Hollywood Smothers, the transfer from NC State running back. This team, if they're not going to win, this is their year to win a national title. And if they don't, then it's going to be a reload probably. Texas is not a window team. Texas is not the type of team where it's all right, like an Ole Miss. Ole Miss was a window team. We got to build towards a year. Texas is going to be good every year. But this is their best team they're going to have in a while, I think. So, Texas, what if they win the national championship? And what if Arch Manning is good? I'm talking about what if Arch Manning is Heisman winner good? Big things coming from Texas, I think. Look at Texas's schedule. We previewed it earlier. Texas has a good shot of being good this year. So, all right, 2 more. What if the SEC implodes? What do I mean by implode? Well, the SEC went to a 9-game conference schedule. That adds another tough game. What if, the bottom SEC teams are tougher than mid-tier ACC or Big Ten? Because, you take a Florida. A Florida's a lower tier SEC team right now. A Florida and Auburn. I bet Florida and Auburn could beat an Illinois. So I think that them adding, I was all for a 9-game conference schedule for the SEC, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, that's not the right decision. Like, whenever they brought it up again, like, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, was it started to, come alive. I started to look at it and I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it, because it just makes it bolstered. We did an SEC schedule preview earlier in the show. You can rewind, not right now, but you can rewind, when the show's over. You can go back and watch. I'll cut these up into individual videos. But what if the SEC implodes on itself? Like, I'm talking, what if their best team, like their champion, is like 11-2? What if their best team's like 10-2? And you have, maybe an undefeated Big Ten or a couple one-loss Big Ten teams. What if that happens? What if the SEC just totally implodes? I don't know. That's a tough conversation to have, because number one, what if the SEC doesn't even get a first round bye? Like, what if the conference winner is 11-2 and you have a bunch of one-loss Big Ten teams? Like, what if the SEC's conference champion gets like a 4 seed in the playoff, barely gets a first round bye? Number one, the SEC would go berserk. Number two, I think that'd be crazy if the SEC really just implodes. So that's one thing I'm keeping an eye out. I'm not necessarily saying it's going to happen, but it could. It could. Like, what if Texas isn't as good as we think? What if Georgia isn't as good as we think? Just saying. It could happen. Last but not least, what if Notre Dame goes undefeated? You might be thinking, well, that's just basic. Well, what if Notre Dame goes undefeated? What if Notre Dame, with this schedule, I'll toss their schedule up here in a second, but people will go crazy if Notre Dame goes undefeated, especially if they get like a 1 seed in the playoff. Like, if Notre Dame goes 12-0 and gets a 1 seed in the playoff, people will go nuts. I actually think I would be against it too. I am going to give you their schedule right now. And what you're about to see is the easiest Power 4 schedule you've probably ever seen in your life. There it is on the screen. If you're listening on podcast, I can tell you. They play Wisconsin at Wisconsin week 1. Probably a win. Michigan State at home. Purdue, at North Carolina. Stanford at home, at BYU. All wins. So at that point, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-0. Probably 6-0. Then they play Miami at home. They play Miami at home. That is the first game that they will not be favored. Sorry, they have Navy too. They have Navy on the schedule as well. Navy and, did I miss another team? They have Navy and Rice. Sorry, they could be 8-0 by the time they go to Miami. So they're 8-0 most likely. That Miami game will be the first game that they will not be favored by over a touchdown. The Miami game, I still think that they'll be favored by about 6 or 7 points. Don't take that out of context. I do think that's the only competitive game they have, because after that they play Boston College at home, SMU at home, and at Syracuse. There's one game on the schedule that is actually losable, and they're still favored, and it's a home game. The USC rivalry is being replaced with BYU, which is just soft. I mean, I know USC doesn't want to do that rivalry anymore. The contract fell through. Just get a better team, man. Play a Clemson, play a LSU. I don't care. Play someone better. Play an SEC team. I don't care. Play something. BYU's not horrible. Play at Texas Tech. Go play Texas Tech. But no, we're going to play BYU. So they have, like, one losable game. One. It's insane. Whoever made this schedule needs to be drug tested. Like, that is, like, Notre Dame got lucked out, like, so badly. So that's why, if people go crazy with Notre Dame going undefeated, that is why. It's not because of something that, like, they just went undefeated. That is why, because that is the most cupcake schedule. I mean, when you talk about strength of schedule, Notre Dame probably has like 134th strength of schedule out of 134 teams. Maybe UMass has an easier schedule. I don't know. But yeah, that's my biggest college football what ifs. We got 4 of them. We'll probably do about 4 next show. It'll be a fun segment that we'll keep doing for a while. So yeah, that was my full college football what ifs for 2026 so far.